Okay, so I am continuing on with the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And this one is for Monday, January 8th. So what is it that you guys most need to know in order to heal, in order to grow? Okay, we have the High Priestess, but it's coming through reversed. So maybe it has mostly to do with trusting your higher self, getting in touch with your higher self. Okay, I know I truly understand how everyone is, you know, I don't know if it matters what channel or what reader you use. Everyone talks about connecting with our guides and our guardian angels, but it's our higher self that, my goodness, 2 majors already. Okay, it's our higher self that is the conduit for all the guides and the guardian angels. Okay, so there you go. And we may have all of them. I mean, us and all of them with the High Priestess. So let's see. Okay, well, at least we have the King of Wands upright. Let me bring the camera down just a little. I think we can get, there we go. Hopefully that's good there. I notice if we're on our cell phones, the top kind of gets cut off, so let's try that. You guys let me know how that works. If the size, I can always change the camera setting here. So you let me know if things don't work out. Okay, so anyway, High Priestess in the upright position, like I said, is our conduit for all things spiritual. And it's where we learn that we have to set boundaries. It's ruled by the moon. It's our emotional feeling, I should say feeling. Emotional can kind of be connected to the past. But then again, you know, to connect with the past is often very healing too, to figure out what the heck happened, right? But back to the pure flow of feelings that comes through our emotional body. When our emotional bodies are clear and not too stuck in the past, then everything comes through for further purification, which is kind of a strong word, but just let's just say a clear flow. We get more and more clarity. And this is normally a card of going within. You know how we have the structure of the majors. We have the Fool card first. Well, here, let me show you real quick. Because I think I have, yeah, I do. I have another deck here that's in order for teaching. Okay, so here's our natural structure. We have the Fool, the Magician. Oops, I got out of order there. And then the High Priestess. Okay, so the Fool is always our gateway card for traveling through each of the, you could call it gateway or portal of consciousness, higher consciousness of the majors. The major arcana, to me, is the 22 cards that relate to evolutionary gateways. Okay, so the Fool is where we're always traveling through. We arrive at the Magician first. And this, I have tons of videos, and especially one geared, devoted, I should say, to the evolutionary gateways in my membership at the lessons level. So anyway, and that's just a tarot. I also have, oh my goodness, I think there's 109 or 10 videos in there now. And we have everything in there from all the different cards and that I use, and then the astrology as well. So anyway, back to the Fool travels through all the gateways, okay? Then the first gateway it comes to is the Magician, and that one is to know that we have the power within to create just about anything we want here on, in life. And that our lives don't lie, that our lives express exactly what we really truly believe deep down inside. And then we can always with, you know, with our power, and that's why we have the lemnis gate up here, the infinity symbol, that we can always change it in infinite ways. We can make all these different tweaks, and it's our as above, so below card. Then we arrive at the High Priestess. So first we have to know that we have all the tools within. Then we arrive at the High Priestess, and she says, okay, we have to check in with our higher selves. Our guides and guardian angels will help us, but it's our higher self that we always want to, you know, head back to. And in the higher, you know, bigger picture, of course, if you want, I mean, because I always do, I always align with God and Christ, but I have no religious affiliation whatsoever. Pretty sure Jesus was a Jew, okay? And so I don't get into the religious dogma. But that alignment with the higher self will align with your highest good. It will get you where you need to be, okay? So the fact that it came through reversed today just tells me nothing more than other than you guys just needed to know that. Okay, you just needed to know that your higher self is the way to go. Now, on some other traditional levels, when we're looking at the High Priestess, when she comes through reversed, we're stuck in our heads thinking just too logically, and we're doubting ourselves. We're doubting our higher self's connection, and we're doubting there's just some little tweak that needs to be made so that you can bring this upright and get the flow going. Okay? And then we come to the Temperance. And this could be the morning, and it could have to do with our meditation. Maybe you haven't been meditating in the morning or at any time during the day. Maybe you wake up to a weird dream and you're like, wonder what that means. All of that is in the realm of the High Priestess. So with the Temperance coming through midday, there's still some struggle in trying to get the soul substance balanced out. There's still, now this is Archangel Michael, okay, and it's about, truly what the card to me means, of course it's Temperance, and it's about, keeping things balanced, okay. But the way I see this card is that we have the universal energies here coming up here, and we have the power to bring it through, okay? We've gone through tons by the time we get to the Temperance card, because it does take us past the Death card, where we've gone through tons of ego deaths in order to get to the place where you realize, oh, it's all about staying balanced and balancing out the soul substance. So the soul substance will get caught in ways that we've been hurt in the past, and where we're still in trauma, or where we continue to traumatize ourselves because maybe we've put on a facade of it's, I have to be this way, and so we've got this like fake self. It's not our real self. That is needing to come down. So the deal is, though, when we have the Temperance card, there's a spiritual law in this card where things that are, in affinity with your higher self will be attracted to you. Okay? And it's up to you whether you push it away or not. We could say we've got all the yes from the universe here, but there's some no here. And we're trying to figure out how to be open on all levels for everything to come through from the universe. Right? So on Earth, of course, it doesn't seem like it's loving enough to just trust and relax. But we need to realize that we will only attract what needs to come. We only attract what we need to in order to bring us whatever we need to heal. So I really don't think you have to run around, being afraid of violence if you're just not a violent person. Of course, we're going to protect ourselves and be safe. We're going to lock our doors, but then to be worried about excessive worry probably doesn't help, and it might even attract things to you. So relax, say yes to all the love in the universe, and don't push any love away. Don't say no to those things that might be wonderful, because the King of Wands is here saying that light. Notice the salamander here on his t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that very well. Come on, focus, man. Watch, it'll focus on his face. No. It's just not happening today. Oh, there, maybe now. Okay. Anyway, so he's there with this big-ass torch saying, hey, man, the power's within you, and you can constantly renew it, and use your power wisely. Come from the heart. There's a lot of Leo in the artwork of this card. It would be any fire sign, and you know what? Today the moon is in Sag. Sag rules the Temperance card. And, I'm thinking Leo and Sag with this here too. So, but anyway, he's all about regeneration. The salamander is a symbol of regeneration. So that's a really important part of the King of Wands. There's so much symbology. So anyway, back to the Temperance coming through reversed. We're just, there's someone out there that needs to hear that you're not truly open to what you want. And you're not meditating, you're not trusting yourself, you're doubting that it even works. Does any of this work? I do all this, and I have these positive, affirmations going on in mantras, but it's just not working. I'm not getting what I want. That is the clue. When those times happen, and they happen to every single one of us, just know that your self-doubt is the biggest hurdle and often the last hurdle to get over, right? It'll happen like if you're drawing cards for yourself every day and the cards just aren't making any sense, and you're like, I don't know if this even works, or I can't do this for myself, I have to get someone else to do it for me. That's generally not true. Now, to have readings is it is in alignment with the law of brotherhood and sisterhood. So there's a good argument for saying, even readers get readings from other readers, right? That's a beautiful thing. But when it comes to self-doubt, it's that big hurdle that we all have to get over. And if you're there for a while, it's because you're still trying to figure out where who you are. You're still working to release that false self. You're still working to release negativity, and admitting where we're negative. And negativity to me is nothing more. There's no judgment. There's nothing more than just negating life. And here's Archangel Michael saying, "Hey, life is for you." That's a spiritual law. Life is for you. But if you don't believe that life is for you, and this is just all a big, handbasket headed to hell, then that's what you're going to get. Because life will always mirror back to you. And that may be what's going on here with the High Priestess. Life will always mirror back to you where you are in the inner levels. But you can change it. Every time it's not the way you want. Right? So, yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the reversal. On just the standard meanings with the Temperance reversed. It is usually just impatience, right? So maybe we're needing to be more patient with our meditations, more patient in our meditations. I've never been one to sit down and meditate in order just to name all my guides. I don't think that, honestly, I think that that's just a waste of time. If a name comes through, then that's great. But if you have a forcing current to get something when you sit down to meditate, you're not going to get what you want. You might get some trickster spirit. You might get, bottom line is you got to set those boundaries. When you sit down to meditate, when you use your cards or any tools of divination, pendulum, anything. You have to set those really healthy boundaries around what you allow into your space and what you don't, right? Otherwise, it's just like Ouija board kind of stuff where you can pull in anyone, and you don't want to do that. So energy wraps around your intention, and if your intention is to get to the truth, Archangel Michael will get you there within the Temperance card. That is for sure. So then sometimes, besides impatience, when we get the Temperance reversed, if we're not being patient, that will, the impatience will push away the light, right? Notice that we have the dark and the light. And he's trying, it looks like in the image here, he's pushing away the dark. But if you focus on the truth, all the light will always come through, and the darkness dissipates on its own. The darkness is just shadow. The darkness is just distortion. That's all. You know how if you don't have a lot of light, you don't see the clarity of the edges of whatever it is you're looking at. Things are a little diffuse. So there could be a message there for someone. But yeah, so Temperance reverse is usually impatience, something's not stable yet, and there might be some kind of a conflict going on. And again, like I was saying, I think it would be around the areas of self-doubt, and really making sure that really making sure that, because you do need to have your sacred space set up ahead of time. Your sacred container is literally that, sacred. So make sure you set that up in your meditation. But if you're not sitting down to meditate every day and you're just pissed that the universe isn't giving you what you want, then we have to accept that the fact that we're not meditating on it probably is the cause of not getting what you want. But you can always change it. So, yeah. Okay, other than that, I'm going to get this uploaded. I don't have anything else. I'll be back soon for Tuesdays. Okay, bye.